Hey, Britters.
Hey, Anthony.
How are ya?
I'm doing pretty good. Welcome back. It's been a while.
It has been a while since you guys have seen me on the Facebook Live, and you know what? That is okay.
Well, it's been missing. We've been missing you. So
Well, Britters, I love what you, Jared, Phil, and every once in a while Jimmy come online and do. So I'm very thrilled to be back with you both today and again on Wednesday.
yes, we have a part 2 to this one.
So, Brittany, what are we doing today?
We are making a very simple craft for Mother's Day to help out our fathers.
Correct, because you know, Brittany, so much has changed because of COVID-19. And what is the one major thing that normally brings these gifts home?
At school, daycare, after school, you name it. Nothing's happening right now.
No. So you know what? We're here to help you guys because we know Mother's Day is just 1 week away, and that's not a lot of time to come up with something, especially if the kid's made or stuff like that. So, Brittany, what do we got in store for us today to make for Mother's Day?
For Mother's Day, well, it's a simple 3 ingredients. We are making a keepsake heart frame. Say that 10 times fast.
Keepsake heart frame. I can say it once.
There you go. So all you need is some simple ingredients. It's flour, salt, and water with some red food color.
All right, Britters. All right, now I'm in my office, not in my kitchen, but I have 3 of those in my house. I have flour, salt, and as long as I keep my landlord happy, water. So I think I'm good, but that food coloring, I may have to actually run up to my landlord's house and borrow some. She is my grandmother, so I think I can do that.
Yeah, not too hard. If you don't have these at home, at any grocery store or dollar store, Dollar General should have it plenty in stock for you.
I love the dollar stores.
Me too.
All right, Britters, so let's get this show on the road. What do we got to do first?
Okay, so first things first. We are going to use the oven, which means we should have an adult with us doing this, but a majority of this project can be done by our youth.
So Brittany, if I was a scout, which I was many years ago, and you were as well, would we ask our mom to help us with this, or should we ask our dad or other parent or guardian?
We should ask our dad or other parent or guardian because
it's Mother's Day and we don't want to ruin the surprise for our moms.
Exactly.
All right.
Or your grandmothers, or whoever is your
aunt, grandma, neighbor.
Exactly.
Yep.
So basically, we're going to start with turning on our oven. We want to turn our oven to 160 degrees Fahrenheit.
Now, Brittany, does your oven go to 160 degrees?
It does not. I found out today when I was prepping for everything that it only goes down to 170 degrees. It should be okay though.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Now we're going to throw this out before we get any further into the broadcast here, Brett. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or have any other Mother's Day ideas, please put them in the comments below. That way we can share with our communities, and that way it gives Brittany and I some other ideas for upcoming videos.
Yep, that'd be awesome. So, you ready to start, Anthony?
I'm ready to start, Britters.
Okay. First things first, we're going to mix the flour and the salt together.
Okay.
Now, we have to have measuring going on. So, it's a little math lesson too, right?
All right, now, Britters, can I use Scout's own cornbread mix? It was just sitting on my desk here, so I figured I'd ask.
It could be another variable in our experiment, which we talked about last week. So,
and you can always buy it because we're still quarantined. You can always buy it on ilove.scoutsown.org.
Oh, that's an awesome.
Man, that was a cheesy sell there. All right, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Brett.
You're good. So we need equal parts flour and salt. So I'm going to do a cup of flour and a cup of salt.
Okay.
So dump in the flour.
Now, Brittany, did you pre-measure that?
I did, actually.
So I shouldn't just dump the whole bag of flour in, right?
No, I took this bag of flour.
All right.
And I measured it.
Cool. Good to know.
But it can get a little messy, so I decided to do my measuring just before we start this. Then we have our salt, which is a cup too. Just regular old salt. And so I had this in my kitchen.
Okay. Hey, good salt. Comes right out of the lake like that.
Yes. And so now I'm gonna mix, just so it's incorporated into it. And you're going to.
Now, Brittany, what size of a frame per se would this make? Is this going to make like one that can cover my whole back wall, like my Kent State diploma there, or is this
Not
something that's more like my Keepers of the Flame patch?
more like your Keepers of the Flame patch.
Got it. All right.
So I mix that up. Now it's kind of like a grainy salt, grainy sandy kind of texture. So that's all mixed together. Then I'm going to pour my water, which I have right here. But a little trick I did before was I took the food coloring and I put a couple of drops into the water. Do you know how I did that, Anthony?
I got that. What'd you say? I'm sorry. Actually, you broke up there a little bit, Bruce.
Gotcha, no problem. I said, do you know why I put the food coloring in the water?
So it's equally dispersed throughout the mixture?
Yes.
Now, Britters, is that orange?
It's red, actually.
Ugh, it should always, every color should always be crock orange.
I know that's your favorite color.
And if you ask Carl, it's yellow, but I understand.
However, orange is a harder one to find in your colors, and I didn't feel like mixing colors.
I don't blame you.
So I made a little hole. Now I'm going to dump my water in.
All right.
Now, it shouldn't be too sticky.
Now, how much water was that again?
That was a half of cup.
All right, so we have a cup of salt, a cup of flour, and only a half a cup of water.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
When I was making this earlier, I ended up having to put a little bit more water in it, but not by much. So I'm mixing and mixing and mixing. Now,
this is good to know. At 27 years old, Nancy's going to get herself a handmade frame.
Oh, man. My mom's get herself one, too.
There we go. Nancy and Becky there. Oh, hey.
Okay, so now the fun part.
Right.
My hands.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Mix that together and scrunch it to bring it together more.
So like you're making a pizza, right, Britt?
Yeah, kind of like a pizza.
Okay.
Or a pie, but you don't have to worry as much about the pie.
I'm not that good at making things, Britters, to make a pie.
I actually made macaroons last night, my first attempt.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What did I make? I had pasta. I made up a creation, as the Italian that I am. I made up sloppy joes and pasta.
Sloppy joes and pasta?
It's not great, but you know what? I had leftovers.
I'm going to put a little bit more water because it's a little wet. We want it to come together like a dough. It's called salt dough.
Okay. Britters, now you said dough. Should I be eating this type of dough?
I wouldn't suggest it.
Okay.
Now, everything that we make we use here is edible. However, it's really salty.
Yeah, you're right. A cup of salt. Your doctor wouldn't be too thrilled about that.
No, your high blood pressure.
Correct. All right. So just to recap for our dads and or parents or guardians out there, you need 3 ingredients for this beautiful, simple Mother's Day gift: flour, water, and salt. 1 cup flour, 1 cup salt, half a cup of water ish. Britters is measuring my type of language, ishes. And you need some food coloring, preferably orange, but red, yellow, green, or blue will work just the same.
All right. I think we'll have to be happy with that.
Absolutely.
So the next thing I'm going to do is smush it into a ball just to get all that. It's kind of coarse now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coarse because of the salt. We want it pretty coarse. So we're going to put that in there for now.
All right. I'm
going to take my hands off because I'm doing it in the kitchen, not in the living room.
Or the office. That's why I have no bowl in front of me.
Yes, we're in the office. And we're going to, if you have a cutter, a heart cutter or anything like that, that would work perfectly.
Like a cookie cutter?
Yeah, like a cookie cutter.
Okay.
However, I do not have a cookie cutter.
Neither do I.
So I just took a piece of parchment paper here and I drew a heart.
Man, Britters, your heart looks not like a dying bird out of the sky.
I tried. I really tried hard this time.
Here, I'll draw you one, and it's just not great.
But you want it to be small enough that whoever's doing it, so probably small children's hands, right? So small enough that the hands will fit around. And then I put it upside down. Do you see my heart, Anthony?
I see your heart, Britters. It's upside down.
And I put my hands around. My thumbs will be around the top.
Okay.
And then I press in hard.
Okay.
But after I made that, now you have to roll out the dough.
So you need a second piece of parchment paper, is what you're telling me.
Actually, you need 2 more pieces.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So 4 pieces of parchment paper.
3.
I'm not doing well with math.
Not at all right now.
That's why I work in communications.
So I'm going to use my bowls to hold down the parchment paper right now because it's very rolled. But I'm going to stick my dough ball into the center and then press it down a bit. And then I'm going to take my parchment paper, stick it on top.
Okay.
And then we're going to take my rolling pin. But if you don't have a rolling pin, you could use
your Scout's own cornbread mix.
You can use your cornbread mix or a can of soup.
Anything
flat that you can push on to give some weight to it. Now you're going to want to roll it out. It's got some muscle, so you may need some adult help. Hold on. Anthony, will you talk so I can turn my mic off?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Brittany is currently using the rolling pin as soon as she turns her sound off here. There we go. She's going to currently use her rolling pin to make sure the salt dough is flat on the parchment paper. Now, as Brittany was just saying, make sure you might want to have some adult help with this, as that salt dough could be pretty firm and not easy to roll. As you can see there, it's taking Brittany just a second or two just to make sure that it's exactly rolled out the way we need to. And that parchment paper, Britters, it just keeps getting in the way. I know you want to say it does, but that is okay. So once that's all rolled out, I believe Brittany's going to transfer that on back over to the heart parchment paper. Give me a good head nod there if that's what the case is. Okay, very good. Thank you, Britters. And that way, you can make the frame you want to make for your mothers. Now, you can make a heart. You can make any other shape you want. Whatever makes you happy and will make your mom happy for Mother's Day, that's exactly what you're going to need to make for this here frame art.
It sure is.
So, thank God you're back, Britters.
I am back. What shape would you use?
What would Nancy like? The heart would probably fit pretty well for my mom. Or even, I don't know, even if I put a picture of my sister and I in it, no matter what the shape is, I think she'd like it. My mom tends to like these type of things. Anything I made all throughout grade school, like ornaments or stuff for the Christmas tree, is still on her Christmas tree. So.
There you go.
Yep.
Awesome. So you have to have enough space that when you put it on, it's kind of centered.
And now, is this the heart parchment paper or still a clean piece?
This is the new one with the heart.
Okay, got it. New one with the heart. Got it.
So I'm going to put that in the center. I'm going to flip it over so the heart's upside down.
Okay, heart's upside down again.
You're going to kind of put your hands with the 2 thumbs over the heart, just so you can measure it out a bit.
Okay.
And then, my hands are tiny actually compared to most people's. But so you need a little bit of space. I'm going to take the end of my spatula and I'm going to trace the heart.
That is a very Britter spatula.
It is, isn't it? I'm a big fan of
flowers.
Pioneer.
Was that? Oh, sorry.
Yes. I really like Pioneer Woman on the Food Network.
I need to start cooking some more Britters.
I know, it's hard.
It is.
I'm more of a baker myself.
I like me a good Dutch oven. I can bake in a Dutch oven. That's about it.
I used to work at a French bakery in college.
Oh, that's right. Over there in Hiram.
Yes.
Yeah. Not too far from the Kent State University.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we were actually quite close when we were going to school.
We were.
So I'm going to take my 2 hands.
Hands.
And I'm going to put the thumbs above the heart.
Okay.
And then I'm going to push hard.
So kind of like you're putting your hand in cement, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
You might need your parents' help a little bit so they can help push your hand down so it gets a little bit of
So you want the handprint in the salt dough is what you're telling me.
Yes, we do.
Got it.
And you want it about 1 centimeter thick.
Oh.
But it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. So now I've got my hands in it. Now I'm going to flip it around.
So now the heart side is right side up.
Yes.
Got it.
Take my knife.
Now, what's our safety when it comes to knives here, Brett?
So you should have if you're in the Scouts BSA, you should have your
Totem chip.
trip, yep. And if you're in Cub Scouts, you should have your little wing chip.
There it is.
And then
I don't work with the Cubs. I don't work with the Cubs that often.
And if you don't, then you should also have an adult with you. Even if you have those, you should still have an adult helping you. Make sure everything's going okay.
Especially because if you're making your Mother's Day gift and you cut into her counter, it may not go that well.
It'll be a bad day.
Yep.
So I'm cutting, not hard, just using it to cut out my heart. Not my heart, the heart.
I'm glad we're not cutting out your heart, Brett.
And we're going to make the hole in the center for our picture frame. I'm going to put my knife away. Well, actually not. I have one more part that I forgot about.
All
I'm
right.
making the picture frame into a heart. So I've got,
Boy.
I know.
2 hearts? All right. I'm going to watch, Brett.
2 hearts inside. Can you see?
I can see just fine.
So we're going to take our knife or whatever we're using to make a shape. We're going to make a heart. So we're going to go in.
Hopefully you're using a knife and not a cardboard box. You may be here a while.
Yes. Probably a bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to come over here and we're going to make it a little cleaner of the edges. And then we're going to go in. What does the end of a heart come with too?
Well, I'd hope a point.
Yes. So
Okay. Last time I looked. And unless if your mind, Britters, mine kind of turns into an oval.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect though. So I made the heart. Let me pull away the extra now.
That just gets thrown away, right?
Yeah, it just goes. You can make something else out of it, or
You can do a 2 for deal for your ma.
Yeah, it depends on how much dough you make. And if you have to make more dough, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of salt to flour, and a 1/2 to 1 of water to your salt. There we go. So you see that now? I got a heart.
We got a heart with some hands in it.
Yes. I'm gonna make it fancy though.
All right,
Okay.
fancy. I do like being fancy.
I'm gonna take this. You can take any kind of stick.
So like a skewer, like I make shish kebabs with?
Yeah, that's basically what this is.
All right.
Do a toothpick or anything like that with a point or a end. And then I'm gonna make holes.
Oh, why are we making holes, Brett?
We're making holes so if you want to hang it up, you can hang it up. You can put string through the holes.
Okay, makes sense. So so this can be a hanging piece of art.
Yes.
Got it.
Then I'm going to write 2020 on the bottom.
Now, Britt, what if I wanted to write like 1992?
I guess you could. That reminds your mom the year you were born.
Man, there you go. Way to call me old.
Okay. You could do that. You could write whatever you want on there, but we're going to do 2020 right now.
Got it.
And then, but make sure you get deep enough that it makes the picture. And then you put this on. You keep it on the sheet of parchment paper.
Okay.
And you slide it onto a baking sheet.
I thought you were going to pick up a grate off your stove. I was like, well, that's interesting.
Oh, what?
One of those, the burner plates.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. However, I made this ahead of time for you all.
Oh, it's like the Food Network, Britt.
Exactly. It's the magic of television. Because this takes 3 hours to make.
3 whole hours. So make sure you're home. So like in the evenings or maybe on Saturday.
Yeah. So we'll take that off of here. Now be careful. Put a pot has on. Because my landlords won't be happy.
Your in-laws.
In-laws.
I thought you said some in-laws. I'm like, wait a minute.
Not quite. I did not get married over there.
Yeah, I'm like, Brittany, I haven't seen you in 2 months, but.
No, not now. You're gonna pull your heart out.
Out of my chest?
Not quite your chest.
Good.
But the heart from the center. And you can make something out of that.
So you can just make like heart art.
Yeah. See, you have a whole heart. You could write "I love you, Mom" or something like that.
So maybe if you have like a younger sibling that can't or doesn't want to make this, you could give them that heart and they could write something on it.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. My sister would make the big thing and I'd take the heart. Got it.
I actually made another hanger.
Oh my gosh. There's the heart.
And it says, "I love you, Mom."
Oh, look at you. I'm hoping that goes to Becky and not your grandma.
No, that one won't go to Grandma. But I got a picture, and I copied it on the printer. Then I cut it out, and I framed it. Put some construction paper.
Oh, that's your grandma.
This is my grandma and my dad. He's the
Mr. Dunn. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So we're gonna pull. Be very careful. You should let this cool before you touch it.
Now, Brittany, you let yours cool before you touched it, didn't you?
I sure did.
There you go.
And you gotta be very careful because it still needs time to dry. But if you didn't use the oven, it would take over a week.
So, fathers, make sure you use the oven because your week is gone. You don't have a week till Mother's Day.
So, the oven is used to dry the salt dough out to make it harder. So
now you got the picture of Grandma and your dad.
Yes. And you'll want to glue it on there with probably hot glue or some strong kind of glue.
So make sure you get some adult supervision for that.
Exactly. And then if you want to add some string, I have string like this. And you could use any kind of strong enough string. Stick it through your holes. Here. And here. Oops. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Don't go anywhere.
I'm waiting. Brittany, I'm waiting.
Okay. And you just pull it through, and then it makes a nice little string holder. And then you just tie it up, and then you can hang it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
So there you go.
All right, Brittany. So let's recap for these for our non-mothers out there is what we're going to call them. So our fathers and our parents and guardians. So first, these are the things you need to make this happen. An oven.
Yes.
Flour, water, salt.
Yes.
Food coloring. Preferably orange.
Preferably for you, yes.
Then you need a rolling pin or soup can or something to flatten that salt dough out. You need to put it upside down and throw your hands in it. Like you got there, as you can see right there on Brittany's screen. Her handprints. You let it cook for 3 hours, or you let it dry for a week. Make sure you let it cook for 3 hours because we don't have a week for Mother's Day. Then you print out a picture of your loved one, grandma, great grandma, aunt, mom, whoever. Throw it on in there, tie some string, and your art is good to go. So you have a homemade gift for Mother's Day. Is that correct, Britt?
You are correct, man. You memorized all that really easily.
Well, you know when you're not making it, you can take notes.
There you go. So that's it. We got this beautiful art pretty simple. Hopefully we'll see some of those out there. And if you make it for your mom, we'd love to see your versions.
Put it in the comments below.
There you go. Awesome.
All right, Brittany, thank you so much for your help today.
No problem. It was fantastic.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all those scouting moms out there. And tune in
Wednesday.
on Wednesday. Yeah, I almost said Friday. On Wednesday for another great lessons with Brittany on some pretty awesome crafts. And tomorrow we have On the Trail with Big Chief Yellowfoot. He is interviewing, I believe, the GM of the summit. I'm pretty sure that's who Carl's interviewing there. And tomorrow's also Giving Tuesday. So we'll look for some information on that as well. All right, Britters, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Have a great day, Lake Erie Council.